Have you heard about JoshDaWay Entertainment? JoshDaWay Entertainment is an entertainment company providing entertainment in and through all forms of media, providing an escape and retreat for real people facing real things who are often left broken and feeling lost and hopeless. But JoshDaWay Entertainment is here to promote healing so that when they return from these escapes, they are able to see things better and see things differently. JoshDaWay Entertainment is also making room for those who feel like they aren't welcome because they don't have enough or they lack resources. But we see the raw talent and skill. JoshDaWay Entertainment is also bringing an element of carefulness to what's being produced and labeled as entertainment so that it has purpose and intention in its content, and it is unselfish and for the greater good. JoshDaWay Entertainment is sponsoring this podcast. So visit JoshDaWayEntertainment.com, www.JoshDaWayEnt.com. That's DAWAYENT.com for more information. Let's get into the show.
Yo, what's good? Welcome to another episode of The Way I See It podcast, where we offer you a collective of perspectives and you get to decide whatever the hell you want to do with them. That's not our business. It's yours. We are excited to be back. Week 2, episode 2. Listen, we get into the real tonight and we are so excited. I can't wait. I really can't wait. So without further ado, Amber, how your week been?
My week has been fantabulous. I just made that word up on the flizzy, okay? And of course, I got to do my shameless plug. Go to Glitz Optical IG. Follow us for the latest glasses fashion. We ship. Boom. There we go.
Boom. Like so, like that. We ship. Like so, like that. Very good.
Very good.
Just Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm here. The life of an educator. I'm tired. But I made it through another week, and we thank God, amen.
Hey, but I thank God.
Oh, Lord, I thank you.
Church down.
Not this testimony clap, though. Oh, Lord, I thank you. Don't nobody do that but the saints. Lord, I thank you.
It's the double clap.
The head, too.
Real fast.
All right, musical chairs. What's good with you?
Not musical chairs. You know the fuck what? I'm a holiday. Well, it's definitely been a week. My power went out last night, but the Lord is still good. He still sits on the throne.
Hey.
But I was hot last night because that shit didn't come on until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And the nigga was hungry. And I couldn't warm up my hot cheesesteak. So other than that, it's been a good week. No complaints.
He said, Precious, I'm hungry.
Precious, I'm going to go down there and give me some chicken. I'm hungry.
Oh, that is so funny to me. So let's jump right into it. This week's Say It With Your Chest. It's time for Say It With Your Chest. This week's Say It With Your Chest moment is going to be presented to you in part by Amber J. What you got for us, sis?
Okay, this is what I got to say. Hold on, let me put on my glasses that you can get at Glitz Optical for any of y'all who watch YouTube. This is what I got to say. Do not invite me to your baby shower. Do not invite me to your wedding. Do not invite me to your grandmama getting her cast party if we are not in regular communication. Okay? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come and eat your food and leave. That's what I'm doing. I'm not bringing no gifts. I'm not going to pretend like I know who your folks are. Why do we send people invites and we know damn well we ain't got no relationship with them?
Because they won't
you invite me for?
They want gifts.
They want the gifts, and I'm gonna just come eat and leave.
I think it's a
you
test.
Got the audacity. I got the audacity. What's popping?
It's a
Can
test.
I get a 2-piece? A little extra heavy on the side.
They're trying to see, like, I wonder where our friendship lies, so I'm gonna send this little invite real quick and see what happened. That's what people be doing sometimes, especially black folks. We love sending that little invite, but like, I did my part, so let me see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and the guy is my gift is my presence. I'm here.
Period.
Hi.
And then have the nerve to get an attitude. Then have the nerve to get an attitude if you don't show up. Or I invited you to my thing, baby. I'm not coming. I'm not.
We don't talk in real life. When? You ain't checked on me since Katrina in 2005.
Not Katrina.
Not Katrina.
You know what?
But listen, them baby shower meatballs and that funeral chicken, listen, they be on point.
And
So I might
I'm
come
gonna
give me a
plate
plate.
to
Yeah, give me a plate and go, cause I'm not.
Period.
Okay.
And I'll see you on Facebook for the next time I put the laughing emoji on your next post, like we normally do.
Right, and
That's
then,
all you get.
and then don't let it be your 5th baby shower, baby. Ain't no more gifts. Ain't no more gifts for your 5th baby.
Okay.
For your 5th baby.
You don't need a 5th baby shower. You should be passing them damn clothes down that I gave
I
you
was
the
about to
first
say the damn.
and
I was about to
recycle
say
that at this point. You should have a good recycling system going on. Your own half price Wednesdays at your house.
That girl said half price Wednesdays.
I'm cracking up.
Your
I'm listening
own
to this.
house. Shit.
Listen, because
I'm shopping
growing up, the clothes came down. I had my big brother's clothes till I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like they just recycle.
Yeah, 5th baby shower my ass.
I'm cracking up.
So you heard it directly from Alma J. Don't invite us to shit because we ain't coming. If we don't talk like that, don't send me an invite. Send me a plate, but don't send me an invite because I ain't coming. And that's that on that.
That's just that on that.
Period. And so, LeBron, who we bringing to the center stage tonight?
Center stage. Yes. So tonight we are bringing to the center stage none other. I really feel like we have no other choice but to bring this queen, Stacey Abrams, to center stage. Like, come on, we have to give this lady her flowers, her chocolates, all that other good stuff while she's alive. Come on, round of applause, because she did the damn thing. If you do not know who this queen is, Stacey Abrams is an American author. She's an American politician, lawyer, voting rights activist, and a true real-life superhero for real. She was the first female African-American to be a nominee in the 2018 Georgia gubernatorial election. She was also the first Black female to deliver a response to the State of the Union address. Mind you, she was the first Black female to do this. She was the first female to do this. And she was also the second person to deliver this address without holding an office in Congress since 1966. Isn't that amazing?
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Right. Unfortunately, the governor's seat was stolen from her due to voter suppression, but I feel like that really lit a fire under Sis's ass, because as a result of that, she started her own initiative called Fair Fight. And with this initiative, it ensures fair voting and it helps give people proper access to voting. And with this initiative, she was able to register approximately 800,000 new voters.
Come on.
800,000 new voters, which helped flip Georgia from a red state to a blue state. And this is the first time that Georgia has been a blue state since 1992 when Bill Clinton won the election.
Well, you know, Georgia does a lot of flipping anyway.
You know what?
But
So I just want to say thank you, Miss Abrams. We love you from the top of your beautifully coiled hair to your beautiful brown skin to the gap to the bottom of your perfectly pedicured feet that is, I'm sure, lathered up in either cocoa or shea butter. We love you. And also thank you to the hating ass, scheming ass, conniving ass white man, Mr. Clear, who stole the election from you, because without you, she wasn't able to do this. And you are a sign that the devil is still a liar and a loser. So we appreciate it.
But the devil is a liar and
a loser. Okay. Now,
God
Georgia,
is not through blessing you.
Now, Georgia, I know it was tough for y'all to come out and vote. Y'all have to leave a little COVID parties to come out and do y'all due diligence. But remember, we need y'all to come out and do the same thing in January, because we have some Senate office.
That's right.
That need to get filled, okay? And if y'all want that $1,200 and y'all still want to get some financial aid through this pandemic, get y'all ass out and vote so we can have a Democratic Senate. All right? We love you, Stacey Abrams.
You better preach.
Listen, if y'all want that $1,200, my God.
Listen, because I want it.
Financial aid. I'm weak.
I need it.
You want your financial aid, baby? Go out and vote for the Senate.
Go out and vote.
It's a shirt right there.
No, but that's awesome, and we do celebrate her. We do the church clap for her, because at the end of the day, it's just another testament of the fact that you can't stop a black woman. You tell a black woman no, baby, she okay, I'm gonna take your no and still make it work for my good. Huh?
Facts.
Love to see it. Love to see it. We celebrate the black women.
Yeah.
For evil, God got the glory out of it.
Hey, didn't he get the glory? Kind of me. He'll get the glory out of me. So that's awesome. We honor Stacey Abrams on today, whenever you're listening to it. Just use your imagination, baby. So let's go ahead and get into in the year of our Lord 2020. Well, people, we finally got a president, allegedly.
Why you got to say allegedly?
Because that orange Cheeto puff is working his. He just, I'm just praying, like, Lord, 2020 has been unfavorable, and we lost a lot of people. I'm sure. Our hearts have not grieved to its full capacity. I hate to say that. But Lord, just scare him a little bit. Give him a little massive heart attack. Something that'll incapacitate him for a little while so he can shut up long enough to get out of. Look, I don't care how you move him out of the office. Just move him out. Just move him. Move right out of my life. You better move.
Right. And Melania already moved because that truck is outside the office.
Baby, she's ready to she's ready to get the fuck ASAP. You understand me? She's ready. She's like, cut the cameras.
She said, bubble wrap my room, please. ASAP. Bubble wrap it all up.
Cut the camera.
Back to Manhattan. I want to go.
But what does that say about the democracy that we live in 2020 in the United States, where people are really fearful that the president may have to be escorted by force to relinquish his little quote unquote reign?
But then
it's embarrassing.
Never been a conversation before. No one's ever wondered if the president was really going to leave when it was time for them to leave. No matter if you loved them, hated them, indifferent. This is a whole nother piece of bullshit going on.
It is. It really is. And then you have these dumbasses who are fighting like, oh, they cheated. So you mean to tell me they cheated just for the president? They didn't cheat for the Senate or the House. They just cheated for the president. Like what are you using your brains? No, and then you have these people. Like Donald Trump, who are like, he has broken every rule imaginable as president. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, y'all really want power that much that you're willing to be criminals?
He got 71 million votes. So what does that say?
That's crazy. That still boggles my mind. 71 million votes. And he said that he's going to have to be like, if I have to leave office, you don't have to drag me out kicking and screaming. Sir, I love to see it. I want to be there. Baby. So witness
it's your vocal cords
them dragging you by your two little hairs on top of your head outside that good old White House. I want to see it.
What's killing me, though, is on Twitter, a lot of Republicans have been like, oh, the prayers of the righteous, the Lord is going to get the glory out of this. I'm like,
but who's y'all's God?
Baby, what Lord y'all calling on? Because it's not mine.
They calling on them African angels like Paula White. Speaking of that pink mouth hole. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
It's said now.
Woo, well, I said it. And like LaRon said, before I take it back, I'll add more to it.
I'll add more to the bitch. What?
Pink mouth slut. You prick. You cum bucket. You bad head hoe. Like,
go off, Josh. Go off.
I'm so sick of her. And then since I'm going off, let me go on the hell off. And I'm so sick of these dumbass quote unquote Christians that's defending her, talking about, well, why this is so sickening to the body of Christ. Y'all should have went to her in private. Well, her ass didn't come to us in private, telling us we got her number.
6,000 of us.
6,000 folks. Now you know that's a hoe. If 6,000 people got your number, baby, trains, baby, Thomas the choo-choo train.
Well, Lexi called her and she didn't answer.
And to be honest with you, Christians, that's not biblical. Open rebuke, hello, is better than what?
Secret love. You in the Bible? That's the book. That's in the book.
That's in the
house, doc.
That's in the book. That's the Bible. That's the book, and I abide by that.
That's the book that my Black Jesus gave to us.
Listen. So Paula White went off on this tangent, and she's been posting like heavily, like God's gonna turn this feast into a famine. First of all, why are you praying for a famine? Second of all, where was all this prayer for the president and support for the president when Barack Obama was in the office? Where were you then? What were you then? Oh, so because a white man is back in office, you now you want to be spiritually inclined. And it like I've been saying, it's because they think they have this monopoly or hold on God, like, he's our God and he's in favor of the white people and y'all are the less than. Bitch, this started with us.
And it's going to end with us.
Now, I done called the woman a bitch and everything. Lord, now I'm mad. Hell.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Call a spade a fucking spade. It's perfectly
With a
fine.
capital B.
With a capital B. Like, I don't, any preacher, any whatever, if you got niggas doing push-ups in your altar,
I was just about to say that.
You ain't got shit to say to me because there's a whole bunch of shit going on in that church. I want.
Look, we are in so much like spirit because I was just saying you can't even maintain the circus in your own arena.
Hello.
Are you speaking on behalf of the American people? And this clown, where is your discernment spirit? You don't see this woman getting top heavy, strong on the bottom of the floor? It needs attention. But angels in Africa are listening to you,
Right?
Come on now.
And I'm pretty sure they busy.
Very busy.
This was in their training for the army. She was getting ready for Veterans Day. You understand me? She was getting ready. But that
little dance she did at the end.
Yeah. The thing is, but like you're saying,
Spirit.
you have all this stuff going on, and that's what really pisses me off. So if you're listening, and I'm a minister, so here's where I get mad, and I'm like my pastor, like. When it comes to the things of God, because I'm so sick of God being misrepresented, and you making people not even want God because of your foolishness. So I'm not going to talk politically correct. I'm going to cuss you out because at the end of the day, what are you doing? What are you doing? If you want to get behind the jackass, you do that. But don't bring my God in that. Don't make it seem like Donald Trump is God's man when he got these damn kids in cages away from their parents. Like how do you support that? There is no spiritual bone in your body that can support that. And you're a joke if you do. And I don't care. I said it. My name is JoshDaWay Mitchell Blocker Harris, whichever one you want to go with. And
the full government.
And you call me, I'm gonna cuss you out. I'm gonna answer the phone.
Okay, and cuss you out in good words and good cuss words. My thing is, and another thing that really irritates me is the fact that when I was watching the video, I don't understand, and this goes for any Black person that is going to a multicultural church under a white pastor who supports Trump. I help make it make sense. How can you go to this multicultural church and be under a white pastor who supports this man, this safety cone, pigmented man? Like how do you? I'll make it make sense.
No, I that's what I was gonna say too, because another jackass, Kenneth Copeland, is he done changed his face so many damn times, and he's the white version of Lil Damn Kim,
like Freddy Cougar.
And we're laughing at this, and then of course they pan the camera to the one coon that's in the audience, and he's just sitting there skinning and grinning with these folks. And I'm like, you dumbass, what are you doing?
That's the spirit.
And it's for me where is the value of humanity gone? That you can celebrate evil, because I don't care what you say, that man is evil. I don't care how many tax dollars he allowing you to save. At some point, it has to stop being about money, and we have to get back to valuing the human life. And until you can do that, you can suck on my largest nut, and both of them are big. How you doing? They done pissed me off.
They done pissed you off. But what it is, it goes back to how Christianity was really introduced to us, and how they made uneducated lower class white people feel like they were somebody by holding up a Bible to melanated people, and so that they could have some form of control, and then they would feel some type of way about upholding these things. So for instance, the way that they are mixing politics and religion together, and it's really poor white people who are suffering under his administration as well, but they so gone into the lies that they're being fed, they don't even realize, nigga, you struggling too. Don't you understand? He's not for you, nigga. He's just telling you this, okay? So he's telling you to be pro-choice, and he's telling you, that gay marriage is wrong and all these things. And regardless if you think it's wrong or not, nigga, it's more to it than this.
Yeah.
And these are the things that he's saying. And if it gets to a point that you overlook 100 things for these two, you're really just trying to hold on to your whiteness by any means necessary, and you're using Jesus to do it.
Period. And I want you to stop doing that before you have to catch me outside. I mean, because I'm gonna do like my Jesus did, the Jesus,
my black
Jesus of the Bible. He went in his father's house and tore it up, flipped tables, and then whooped their ass too.
That's how you knew Jesus was a nigga. He turned all the way up.
He turned all the way up. Don't play with my daddy. Don't play with my daddy, fam.
I got a question though.
Okay.
Is there something to be said about Sister White, because
she's no sister? Unrepentant.
No, I said sister, not sister.
In the fold. I don't know what she is.
There's something to be said about, because she spends a lot of time around black preachers.
She did.
And so I feel like there's this sense of boldness, because let's be honest, some white people, when they're around us a long time, they feel like they can just say and do whatever. And so for her to get on her little platform and be like, you got my number, you can call me. I feel like, is there something to be said about being around the T. Jakes and these other, who have kind of embraced her and let her on their platform? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's something about that kind of, I feel like, contributed to her feeling like she can just say whatever. And now she's getting the backlash from it because, again, as we said, Lexi, baby, Lexi's.
I love that Lexi. But
she's crazy as I don't know what. But yeah, what do you think? Do we think that's contributing to?
To your point, I think it has a lot to do with it because you get kind of this confidence, like you said, and you start to, well, they buck, so I'm gonna buck, and sis put on her little jogger suit and thought she was bad it until I actually started calling her, and then you want to watch the phone ring and your voicemail full. No, baby, either you gonna answer this phone or I'm gonna come knock on your door, because you don't call me to a fight and then try to renege. Because clearly you don't play spades. Because when you at the spades table and you renege, that's a fight, baby.
When I tell you, you better not ever renege.
Don't ever renege.
She reneging on her split ends. So,
oh God,
she has so much going on right now. She don't have time between her and her lipo injection in her face and these ends that don't get their Pantene every 2 days like they supposed to. And these thighs that don't do nothing but get in and out the bed for probably somebody that she's doing incest with. We don't know what this woman got going on in her life. And she should really be a warning to everybody that your gift will get you in the room, and your gift can also get your ass whooped.
Yeah, absolutely.
So be careful how it's being used. Make sure it's for the glory of God, because these streets are real.
They are very real.
3.
They very real. And welcome back to the Way I See It podcast, where we just drug the fuck out of Paul. If you're listening, you be encouraged. Send us a seed. The number is at the bottom of the screen.
Listen.
Because we trying to get out the Way I See It podcast sweatshirts for half price.
I'm hollering.
And friends and family discount, okay?
Okay.
Well, Amber, you so popular. I'm sure one of your many people that's interested in you can get it for
a little men's.
No problem.
Little men's.
Baby, Amber is a star. Amber
But
is everybody just want her.
Highly sought after. The fans want her. They want that WAP.
Maybe she's highly recommended.
They ain't willing to contribute. I need somebody who has experience in getting people to actually contribute. Which one of y'all got people that can actually, deliver some funds. Have y'all dated anyone or had someone that said they was interested in you and they started dropping funds on you?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, share, nigga. Help me.
I mean,
Help me.
well, first
Yeah,
of all,
I'm too old to be told I'm cute.
you have to assess your pool of niggas that's hitting you up.
Okay.
You just want to do your background. You have to have a team of good girlfriends that do their background, do their homework to see if this nigga really got coin or not. And if he really got coin or not, then that's when you be like, oh yeah, hi.
Not oi, not oi.
Oh, you're so silly. They're like, well, how's your day going, beautiful? Well, I'm a little hungry today,
Okay.
Or,
well, since I came out of my entanglement, I've been doing that. I got $50 so far.
Oh God.
To my Zelle, but I feel like I need to step it up. Bitches is getting Louis V bags and shit, and I'm getting $50 to Zelle. I ain't doing it right.
You got to cook and clean. You got to cook and clean because it's Birkin bag
and clean.
Well, Cardi B. Well, her man in front of her out, so I guess I'm gonna clean up shit.
Listen, because he posted that picture on Instagram like this bitch cooks and she cleans. You see her in her house robe and chancletas. She's sweeping this good old bathroom floor. Don't get it fucking twisted.
I mean, but the way they in the news, you might have a shot at him too. Get you a Birkin bag, sis.
Okay,
it's true.
Let me go find my good bro.
Yeah. All right, so LaRon, do we have I said LaRon, that's gonna be your name now. LaRon, do we have it's musical chairs LaRon. Do we have any fashions that you want to talk about?
Fashion by LaRon. Actually, I came across something really interesting and I was scrolling on my Insta. I do follow like a lot of like people who are like in fashionable people, style people, what is that and the third. There's this one girl that I follow, her name is JoshDaWay. And she posted up these new Balenciagas that look to me like when you have family lake day. You got to put something on your feet to get in the water.
That baby said family lake day.
Yeah.
White like people have family lake day.
It's the lake. It's the lake for me. It's the lake.
I ain't never had no family lake day.
No, ma'am.
We don't do that. We don't do that here.
We don't jump in water we can't see in.
We dark and the water dark.
We're going to Hurricane Harbor.
Wow. Yeah, growing up, we had family lake day every year. It was, we got together, we got in the lake, we cooked out, we brought a little, brought some music, we was popping, you know what I'm saying? It was fun.
That's because y'all been free longer than us. Y'all know
us northern people been free longer than y'all down south.
Y'all got to look clear on you. That's all. Y'all got to look clear in you.
Oh, my hollering. But yeah, like these Balenciaga sneakers, they have, you put them in, I don't know how you put them on, but they like, all your toes are showing. They got a little heel on them. They're just very weird, and they cost a good $1,200-$1,300.
What she said?
So where would you wear this at?
Where would you wear them to? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't wear them anyway.
The shower. you wear them to the shower, to baptism.
To baptisms, you wear, if you want to go to the pool, what I'm saying, just to put your little foot in real quick to dip in.
I mean, they might be nice now since COVID and stuff. You don't know what's floating in the water. I mean, but if you in the water,
they're waterproof.
I don't know. For $1,300, they better be everything proof.
They better be.
Well, they look like they belong in the water.
Don't they though? They really do. But I would never. Now, granted, Balenciagas they do have some nice stuff. Like even the little.
How you pronounce that? How you pronounce it?
Balenciaga. Now the I don't want to mispronounce the shoe name, but it's spelled Vibram. So Vibram, whatever.
Vibrator. Valencia Vibra. Baby, that sounds like a tongue. I know I'm churchy. I can't say them many syllables in a word without going in. You have more than 3 syllables. It's a tongue to me.
I'm hollering, but like I like the sock looking sneakers or whatever, but those it's a hard pass for me. I don't like them.
I don't like that. I didn't like it. I was turned off when you said family lake day. I knew that wasn't for me.
Still on the lake for me. Still in the lake.
Y'all wet,
baby. What lake?
what lake?
We're going to Hurricane Harbor.
Right.
And I'm bougie. Take me to Cayman Islands where I want to see through the water.
Oh, okay. Well,
On a snorkel.
we want to do that as well. But when you growing up, you ain't got money like that, and the lake is right around the corner. And they got grills too. Like they got grills on the property. Shit, throw something. We're gonna throw something on the grill. It's nice outside, and hop in the lake too. Why the fuck
You
not?
just hop in the lake and use your imagination. Listen. Hey, do what you gotta do.
It's beautiful.
Listen,
And make way.
I gotta blow on my face because I shaved before I got on here. My face is burning. Y'all pray my strength. Cause
Yeah, let me see this.
yeah, send it to me. Cause I'm going through.
Jeremy is on the job.
Jeremy's on the job. But I'm sick of being bald though. I went bald a couple years ago because I thought it would be less maintenance because I got tired of cutting my hair every week and because my hair really grows back fast. So things happen. I cut my hair. I was going off. I was going through. I found out who my real daddy is. So I just, shaved my head bald, and the shit just keeps growing back. And I'm just like, I thought once you cut it off, it stopped growing. But it's been more maintenance. I have to shave my head every other day, and I'm sick of it. It's ghetto. It's ghetto here.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works. I think that the hair is definitely going to grow back. You're going to have to constantly shave your head.
I've been praying like, Lord, please make me bald.
Laser treatment.
Oh yeah,
they show on them commercials. They put in the armpit. Just tell them to do it in layers on your head.
Oh yeah, that's what Kirk Franklin do.
Okay, good. We're moving on in the service.
I'm hollering.
I'm screaming.
Kirk, please hire me.
I was about to say something that was really bad, so we got to say something else because I was getting ready to introduce this topic, and that following that, I can't. So
because I'm pretty sure I have a great comedic effect.
What Monique said in person. Okay.
You think you know fucking everything?
All right. So this is, this is unrelated. This is unrelated to Kurt. But we were talking about topics, and as per our last episode, per our last episode, we said we were going to talk about a specific subject tonight called "The Dick Was Good."
The dick was good.
And we really wanted to uncover the power of sex.
Amber.
Amber.
I feel like I picked up something that was just low key thrown down, and it's fucking with my mental.
Oh my god. Well, 2 + 2 always equals 4, Amber.
Okay.
But so there's this trend. I've been a victim of the power of good sex. And, it causes you to stay in these toxic ass relationships for longer than you're supposed to. And we just want to find out why. Why is it? Was it the dick? Was it the pussy? What is it? Because y'all know what my mama said. She said, once dick and pussy get involved, it takes a God.
It takes a God.
It takes a God. So what do y'all feel? Let's start here. What is good sex?
Good sex. Some good old nasty, freaky sweat in 3 hours, spit in my mouth, slap me.
Oh no. Goodbye. Oh no.
Where is your ghetto ginger ale tonight?
No.
That's not good sex to y'all?
You spit?
You lost me a spit.
Oh my! Maybe that's just me.
Mouth?
Don't judge me. This is a judgment-free zone. I like freaky shit like that.
Well, we'll go judgment-free zone in a couple minutes.
I want after we're finished. I want my pillows to be on the floor. I want to have no sheets on my bed. I want to be worn the fuck out. Babe, you need some water? Yes, please.
That's trying to get the oil.
We need Mother Walker.
We need some deliverance.
Musical chairs. Is this pre-pandemic or pandemic? I need to know who's spitting in your mouth, and I thank God that this ain't an in-person podcast.
Well, first of all, let's just be clear. I was never letting no random ass nigga spit in my mouth. Let's just be very clear.
Everybody random during the pandemic, baby. What is you saying?
Nah, you know what? I'm in a relationship, so
okay.
So ain't no random ass nigga spitting in my mouth. Now, if we're talking about if it's like outside of relationship, good, like I wouldn't do that. But I want some sweaty, nasty. Call me every type of bitches. Slap me if you want to. Okay. I need my bed to be all fucked up. Yeah.
Okay. Time out. Time out, because Josh has left the group chat. Because what? What? You want to be abused?
I'm well, you know, like not the entire time, but like, you know, if it's getting good, you know, you want to choke
Don't
me
you
up.
sound like a
little,
victim? Not the
little.
entire time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't punch me in the face, don't loosen up my teeth and shit like
Yeah, just
that.
a little-
I don't want to leave the bed with a black eye. I don't want that. But you know, if it's getting good, you want to choke me, please. If you want to,
Okay. Okay, I like a little choke. I like a little choke. But okay, so help me, because you know where I'm from, spit is disrespectful. Spit is an automatic ass whooping. So you spit on me and we fighting. I don't like we gonna fight.
No, he didn't say on me. He said in my mouth.
That's even the more nastier.
Yeah, I'm a freak bitch.
What does that do for you?
It's okay. All right. So I just that's just me. It's no judgment, right? It's no judgment.
Okay, we know just
And like I said, that's not privy to people that I've had sex, like one night stands, whatever. We're not doing any of that. We're not doing all of that. I'm talking about in a committed relationship. If I'm in a committed relationship with somebody, that's just my preference. That's just what I like.
yeah. I mean, go off, but we're not gonna never be that committed.
Go in.
not where you spitting in my.
Listen, and I'm not the only one. I know there's some listeners out there like, yeah, LeBron, I feel you, because yes, it happens, and it's not like something. It's not like something I'm begging for. Like, oh yeah, babe, like, oh yeah, spit in my mouth. But like, you know what I'm saying, if it just so happens to happen, then
Look at Jeremy face.
Mm-mm.
What's the difference between somebody spitting in your mouth when you and it being an intense makeout section? You're swapping spit.
No,
But it's not a clog.
Are they clocking? Are they?
No, oh no. It's not like you like. It's not like a loogie. It's just like a.
I don't support.
It's like
I
a
don't
what?
support it. I
One
can't.
more time?
It's like a little, you know.
Hey, Josh, find a way to add that into the next mix. That little
It's like
No,
That's all it is. Like, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not like a loogie or anything like that. It's just like, you know, a little.
Okay. So, okay, now I see why we call you musical chairs, because them chairs used to get beat the fuck up. Okay.
Wow.
So LaRon says good sex is, being beat, spit.
Wait, okay, wait a minute. Wait, because now you're dragging it. I did not say beat. I did not say beat.
He
I
just
said
said sometimes.
just a little, you know, like I don't want to walk out. I don't want to run out the room like Tina ran out the hotel. Yeah, trying to get to the other motel across the street with my eyes all black. I don't want that. I need just a little choke, a little slap in my face, you know.
Amber.
something like that. And you know, it just has to different positions. I want my bed has to be cleared off, you know what I'm saying? Pillows everywhere, sheets everywhere. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be contained to the bedroom. Let's move around the house.
Now I'm with you on that.
Brandy said paint this house.
Now I'm with you on that. Like we can go all across this house. Listen, we can on the balcony, in the window, on the floor, and on the kitchen counter. Like, you know, I'm with that. But we're not about to spit in my mouth, and we're not about to hit me. We're not about to. No. I take that back. I do like being hit in the chest. There was this girl. Listen, my God, I guess I went too deep, and she said, "Boom," and I said, "Oh, okay." Do it again. I said, "I bet you won't do it again." She was like, "Nigga," and I said, "Do it one more time." And I almost put myself out there. I said, "I'm gonna try to snatch your back off." She hit me again. Woo!
Excuse me.
So that's LaRon's definition of good sex. Amber, what's your definition of good sex?
I had to come back, y'all. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about chemistry. I'm one of those people, either I don't want you to touch me at all, or I want you, like, you know, underneath my armpit, like smelling me, like, you know, I either want you all the way there or not at all. I mean, so good sex to me is it's a little bit higher than what Joshua's definition is, a lot lower than musical chair's definition.
A lot lower. I'm hollering.
A little bit high, a little bit low, you know. I've had some.
There
I've
was
had
something
some
in the
good
middle. My
times.
God.
You know, I like spontaneous. Something in the middle. I like spontaneous. I think good sex is unplanned.
Yeah.
But y'all both know it's going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I like that animalistic type feel. Like we ain't saying a whole lot, but we saying a whole lot. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So,
I can see that.
That's what I got.
I like that. I like that we at dinner and you text me like, "Hey, meet me in the bathroom real quick."
Period.
Like,
Period.
now that, woo,
And let it be a family gathering too. That's gonna get me all the way there.
Baby,
Yes. Let's
go in
go.
that, go in that half bathroom real quick, huh?
I like that whole thrill thing.
Like that leg
Me
up,
too.
huh?
I like that thrill. Like how freaky you like what you want to do today.
What's the weirdest place y'all have had sex at?
Oh, don't do that, Amber. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You can't name one?
Well,
Define weird.
Or crazy. Like a place that no one would think that you banging at.
Church.
the church van,
Okay.
the church bus.
No one would have thought
Yeah.
that.
Church.
But with me, no. Okay, so I know church is kind of out there, but this is what had happened. What had happened was,
Oh God, I'm scared.
so we was having the youth group I used to be a part of or whatever. We had, those lock-ins where, you come together, those all-night lock-ins, you come in, whatever, you just hang out or whatever. So we were playing hide and go seek in the dark, and me and a certain someone,
Oh, not in the
How
church,
old was you?
not in the church house. At least I went to the van, not in the church.
I was 16, but nonetheless, we went, we were playing hide and go seek, and we both went to the utility closet, and the opportunity presented itself, and I mean,
Okay, no, not. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Oh Lord have mercy.
My mind.
I was gonna say Eckers. That's how deep mine went.
Almost fell out this chair. Eckers, I remember Eckers.
Wow.
yo, not Eckers. I forgot all about
faithful.
Eckers.
Old Faithful
No, I
Pharmacy.
thought I was doing something because I was in Eckers in the bushes doing opening hours. But y'all clearly got me beat.
No, I definitely wore out some alleys. Because I've been having sex since I was in 3rd grade. So
My God,
yeah, I've been in this way for a long time.
oh, you shoot at this thing.
My
Oh yeah, alleys is nothing. That's low.
yeah.
I've done that.
My first encounter was behind a portable after school,
Mm.
and my music teacher called me. She walked outside. She said, "Joshua," and I was like, "Baby, just let me finish. I'll take the whipping later. Just."
She ain't called the other person's name, just your name.
She just called me
Because you clearly were the aggressor.
because
You were the instigator. It was all your idea. It was a scheme that Todd set
it
up.
was a scheme that Todd set up. So Jeremy, we haven't heard from you. What's your definition of good sex, and then I'll give mine.
I will piggyback off of Amber. It's definitely the chemistry. And I think when you're so locked in with somebody, it's definitely unplanned. But what happens as far as like positions, but then like you start trying new shit that you ain't never tried before, and that person is okay with it. But you can only do it with that person because again, the connection. Because of the connection is there's familiar grounds. So that, and that person trusts you. Because you don't really want to have sex with somebody you don't trust. Especially because sex is so sacred, specifically for women. It's very sacred and it's a soul tie. So when you've got that undeniable chemistry and connection, you just, whatever happens. Even if it's 3 minutes, it's okay because there's look, Mr. 3 hours. We're not talking
No,
to you.
I'm just because like y'all all you're talking all sensual and you and Amber. Oh, it has to be like an emotional connection and sensual. And I guess I'm just a hoe. 'Cause
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but
I mean, you is letting people.
if I'm not in a relationship with you, I'm not thinking about all that sensual. I'm here to get my nut.
Well, see. I was a different kind of hoe. I'm not a hoe no more. I'm very relaxed now. Jeremy. I'm not a hoe no more. Now, my college days. Now you of all people know. I was a baby. I put the hoe in host. You understand me?
17.
Not the hoe and host.
But I put the hoe in host. You understand me? But I've simmered down. I don't do that no more. But even in my whole face, because I'm right there with you. Like, but I wasn't after a nut because I started so early. Like my chasing a nut days like were over a long time ago. It was just I think I was always, because sex was different for me. I was having sex because that was the one thing I knew I was good at. So whenever I felt like I was failing at life, I would just have a bunch of sex. So I was using it to stroke my ego. So it wasn't really about you. It was just about me feeling good.
That's deep.
You know, it is deep. It is deep. And baby, I was deep. I was knee deep in that one.
There you go.
But for me, good sex is it doesn't even have to be intimacy. It's just that when we walk in when we're in the same room, like we just feel that like I can't stop touching you. Ooh, come here. You know, it's that kind of thing. And then when we do have sex, I don't have to tell you what I like. I don't have to, like, you just know. Like that's what it is for me. It's you just know. You know that if you come bite my neck, I'm going
Oh wow. Okay. Woo. So is there a difference between good sex and making love? Because I feel like if once I've like entered that arena of making love with someone, then I can enter the room and be like, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I feel it can give that once I've like crossed that barrier to where, you know, that scene in How Stella Got Her Groove Back and she was riding that thing and that tear came down her eye.
It was this for me.
What was she doing?
It was this for me.
And that tear came down and because it touched a special part of her soul. So I feel like that's making love and good sex are two different things.
Well, I think that they can be intertwined because you know I don't make love to every I don't make love every time, but I still get text messages from and
because the dick was good,
baby. And I'm talking, we ain't had sex in years, and it's just like, so, you know, I really had an ex-girlfriend. She said, you know, nobody has ever done to my body what you've done to me.
Oh wow.
And she said, she said to get over you, I went to try to have sex with other men, but it only pissed me off because they couldn't do it like you did it. So that's my toxic trait. Like, I will literally dick you down and then disappear.
Toxic.
Very much so.
What's your sign?
Because this is experience right here. This is experience sitting up here. So let's ask this question then. And then I'm gonna come back and tackle that thing. I'm pointing over there. I'm gonna come back and tackle that thing that Jeremy just said about this soul tie, because I don't subscribe. I really don't subscribe. So have you all ever stayed in a relationship solely because the sex was good?
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely.
I have.
Absolutely.
I mean, sex was the only saving grace.
Amber?
She plead the fifth.
Maybe
No,
she rose up and had to adjust that cover.
Maybe she had to adjust that cover.
Because it was probably one of the, first of all, I'm not being with nobody if the dick ain't good, period. So anybody I've ever said that I was dealing with, you know, I'm very much satisfied. I will say that it was part of the reason why the connection might have lasted longer than what it should have, but it wasn't the only. But because I believe in soul ties, I believe that all intertwines and why I stayed.
Okay, so before we get into the soul tie conversation, so we went to the polls and we asked our followers and friends, and the consensus that I got was it was the familiarity of it. It was them, your partner or whatever, knowing what you liked, how to touch you, how to approach you. Because I my ex-girlfriend, I always knew how to get it. Like, I would just come touch that inner thigh, baby. Rivers of living water.
My God.
Rivers.
Yeah.
And I knew, like, because we were that close and because we had that connection, I knew those things. And
So tired.
for the majority of it, I don't subscribe. For the majority of it, for the majority of people, it was that comfortability.
Yeah.
So
I would.
the question is, was it really good sex, or was it the fact that you were just really comfortable?
It depends.
No, it was
Yeah,
both.
I feel like it depends. For me, I can't speak for nobody else. For me, I stayed in a relationship. The nigga wasn't shit. The nigga was cheating on me. Whatever. I mean, he just wasn't shit. But the
Oh, that's why you said Cardi B was your cousin. Y'all got similar
exactly.
stories.
That's my cousin. But at the end of the day, well, I guess it could be a familiarity thing, but he just knew what to do. He really just knew what to do for real, and it was just good. No, I just felt like I can't find this nowhere else. Like I can't. I felt like that in that moment. I just felt like I can't find, because I'd have been around the world and I can't find
Nobody
that can dig me
searched
down.
all over. Couldn't find nobody.
That's how I felt. It's like no matter, and I probably because like angry sex to me sometimes is the best sex. Maybe that was just like the toxic stage of my life where angry sex, we always fighting, and that angry fighting
Nah,
slash
I will
pick up sex.
Now I do like angry sex. Now angry sex where we done been arguing with each other all day and we still ain't found no resolve, but we both my God.
Yeah.
My God, and on tonight. There was something in the middle. My
That was
God.
something
literally.
in the middle.
So okay, so this has come up. So let's talk soul ties.
My God.
So the question, because here's my beef with soul ties. I think the message now, soul ties are very real. Let me be clear. Soul ties are very real. It's just the way that they form that I don't agree with. Because, I've been in church all my life, and it was soul ties were always preached to me and taught to us so that we wouldn't have sex. And it was like, don't have sex because you're gonna have a soul tie. And I don't, it's that I don't subscribe to. Not that soul ties aren't real. I just don't believe soul ties are formed because of sex. So if you do, I want to ask you, why do you believe that?
Well, I'll go first. First of all, when you're having sex with someone, you are literally swapping DNA. You're literally injecting and receiving somebody's characteristics, their personality, their genetic makeup. That is a lot of energy. And this is not even you. I don't even think you got to be a Christian to have this philosophy. That's just science. That's a lot of energy being transferred between two people, and if you're constantly putting your DNA inside of an individual, that is where the tide comes from. You may notice that you start picking up some of their traits, some of their things that they do, you can kind of feel them. Like anyone I've had intimate sex with like that, I feel them in the room, even if I'm not next to them. I know it's because of that energy that we've transferred, not just because we kick it in and we bond it and we cool. That is it. Like I have a certain soul tie with, I have friends that I have soul ties with, like I know that they are in my life as lifelong partners. But then I have people that I know that nigga in the room and I ain't even turned around and saw him because my body, my womb literally jumps because I'm like, okay, the energy's here. Because I'm familiar with the energy because I've given and received that energy. So I really believe in that.
Yeah.
And you're literally,
I have an argument.
You are, like you said, sex is so, you have to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
For it to be successful, let me say that, you have to be vulnerable. And so you are literally giving your body to someone. And then, somebody is, so for women, somebody is entering you. And for men, you are entering somebody's body. So immediately that is a connection happening. And then when you start adding emotions, all these other little nuances that we, and I will never forget one time I had an ex, we was getting it in and she started crying. And I was like, what's happening?
Baby, the dick was good.
He
That's
literally said to me, this is the most that I felt connected in a long time. And I was like, that thing hit me so hard, and I have carried that throughout my life so much so that's why I mean, sex is great, but I've never made that the focal point of my relationship anymore because I never want it to be like that. I don't want it to be a soul tie to that the only way that we have a connection is through sex. So all that to say, because again, you have to give yourself to that person. You literally are giving yourself to that person. So soul ties are real.
Okay, so here's my argument. Here's my counter. Okay. So what happens in the event of rape and molestation? Because I was one that was molested from ages 5 to 13. So are we going to make the argument that it's only willingful sex that the soul tie is created, or because I don't think that's fair. That now I'm carrying the attachments of people who I didn't invite to my body.
Yeah, it's not fair, but I feel like it's still reality. And
exactly.
And it might come with a trauma.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus a soul tie.
Okay. So then let's define what a soul tie is, because I'm speaking from the church standpoint. The church standpoint, what I always heard is you shouldn't have sex because you're going to have this soul tie. And they always use a scripture that man will leave his mother and father and cleave unto his wife, and they become one flesh. Well, if we're gonna put the Bible in context, when that scripture was used, Adam and Eve had never even had sex. That scripture was in chapter 2. They didn't have sex until chapter 4, until after the fall of man. But they were already one flesh before sex happened. And then my other argument is the only other time you see soul tie is when the Bible talks about David and Jonathan. Now, if we're going to say that soul ties are formed by sex, then what you're really saying is, or alluding to, is Bible that David and Jonathan had sex.
Well, I don't believe that. Like I said in the beginning, there are different types of soul ties. Like I have people that I am connected with, but it's a different connection. But I know that I'm a part of them and they are a part of me in my long-term journey of my life. But as far as like when you swap in DNA with someone, that is a totally different realm.
So here, I guess it's case by case, because there are times that I've had sex, and I've gotten up completely unattached, like completely.
So you think?
No. So I know, because I've also seen the other side of that where I was attached. So I know the difference, but
see, a soul tie does not necessarily mean that you're attached to that person.
It could just be characteristic.
To the point that you're craving them or wanting them, or that you may not ever want to see them again. But there are certain things that have transpired that you may carry along with you. You don't even know why you're carrying that with you.
Right. So that's what I was getting at. So I think the better way to teach soul ties, and this is what I teach. Soul ties are more than about who you're screwing. It's more so about what you love. Because even if it's sex, again, throwing myself under the bus, the years that I was a hoe, people just thought I just loved sex. No, I didn't love the sex. Sex was just the gateway to what I really loved. What I really loved was the affirmation. So I would do sex to get affirmed. So my tie was to being affirmed.
Okay.
Sex was just the door in which I entered the door in which I went through.
So you don't believe that you might have picked up things along the way in your life's journey that could have shown up in other ways in your life based on your interaction with however many people that you slept with? You don't think that those people have any bearings or anything in your movement and your decision making?
I haven't personally, I haven't seen that manifestation. The manifestations that I've seen, there was only one time where that kind of thing happened, but it was still because I was more concerned with my time being wasted. And I was so concerned because I was making the investments. I've invested in you. And now you out here being a hoe. And then it was more so for me. You asked me for this relationship. I didn't ask you for this relationship. And because I was out of control, that's where my issue was. So the attitudes that I was feeling, it wasn't because of the sex. It was because I didn't have control, if that makes sense. I wasn't controlling the narrative like I'm used to doing. And then what it started doing, it started affecting my self-esteem because the one place that I thought I was secure in, which was sex, the place that I got the most affirmation and validation, the area that I got the most validation and affirmation in, now you're cheating on me. And I'm not used to being cheated on. So that was the first time I was cheated on. So I'm not used to being cheated on. So now I'm thinking, well, is my dick broke? What is it?
Not as my dick broke.
You know? So I think like you said, so if you're listening out there, I am completely 100% saying soul ties are very real because the things that the soul, let's talk. Let's just break it down. The soul is the realm of your emotions. It's the seat of your motives, your intentions. It's all of that. The tie is whatever you latch onto that. So, my connection to sex was more so because my heart was attached to being affirmed. So soul ties are real, but I don't think it was the sex.
Okay. Well, I feel like the people should weigh in. We need to make that a question and ask people.
I say let's go for it. Do you subscribe to soul ties? How do you think soul ties are formed? And you know, how do soul ties vary? If you or anybody else has been a victim of soul ties, please
I'm cracking up. Hollering.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with Amber though.
On that.
Yeah, I mean that's just really my experience because I've literally, like I said, had sex and not felt anything. It didn't change my mood. It didn't change.
Yeah. I'll agree with you there. I'm not saying every time, but there's just certain. I know for me personally, there are certain people that I know that I will forever be connected to
because of that.
But is it because of a love for them?
That's a part of it.
That's a part of it, yeah.
That's a part of it. But there are people that I've had sex with. I can't even tell you the name.
That right. And then there's some sign for me, I definitely believe I can even talk. I believe that soul ties are definitely a real thing, because there have been times where after having sex with somebody, I start acting or thinking this sort like those traits just pop up, and I'm like, wow, I've never acted or thought like that before. Where did that come from? So it's like really kind of dig deep and like, oh.
But see, I have those same kind of ties. I have ties to TV shows, like we were just talking about with Schitt's Creek. Like I just started watching the show, but because I love the craft, I love what they did with I haven't been watching the show for a full month, and I'll just walk around, Alexis, I'll do stuff like that. My pastor, me and my pastor, they actually call me Latina, which is really weird because we're really so connected that we kind of talk the same way. And so soul ties vary. Like we've all said, soul ties vary, but I think that the tie is formed at the level in which you love them. Mm-hmm. Because I'm so connected to my pastor because I love her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And because I love that TV show, or Tyler Perry, the throwback plays, I can quote them back and forth because as a kid, I loved, I tell people all the time, Diary of a Mad Black Woman was the first play I saw. And when I saw that play, I said, oh, I want to do that. So that's the reason I act. So I fell in love with that. So my heart is tied to acting because of when I fell in love. I can trace back to I can trace my ties. And when I trace my ties, there's love. There's love at the root of it. More than the action, there is a love.
Mm-hmm.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's the way Joshua sees it.
Hey, that's the way I see it. This is my show. This is my shit.
Her.
So I think I think the conversation though is worth having, and I think the more we have these conversations to see how it varies across the board, I think then we'll be able to teach it better. Because the reason I'm so turned off by the word is because of the way I was taught it, that you have sex, you're gonna have a soul tie, and I was like, well, hell, people had sex with me and I didn't want it, so am I tied to them? And it's that kind of thing. And then the way especially the way the old church preaches it, it's like once you have a soul tie, baby, ain't nothing that can happen. Now you walking around with 15,000 different people in you, and I'm just like, okay, at what point do we believe the power of God? Either God is powerful and all powerful, or He ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not saying. Now listen to me. I'm not saying go lay it low and spread it wide because God is powerful. That is not what Josh is saying. That's not what I'm saying, because y'all love to find a loophole. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I think it's very irresponsible because most church people that I know use that as a form to control and to invoke fear in people so that they won't have sex. And it makes people hate sex. And I teach people sex is not bad. Everything God created was good. It's just the timing in which you access it that makes it bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where my water? I just preached.
Somebody get him a towel. Somebody get him a towel. Get the man that got a towel.
Where's my orange juice? Thank you, bless you.
Not the orange juice.
We're going down in the valley or what?
Hey, let's go. So listen, we're gonna introduce this next segment of the show. Let's go down in the valley where the girls get naked. So this is the segment of the show where we hear from you. Yes, Amber, tongue and all. We hear from you. You submit in your scenarios and we weigh in and give our perspective on it. So let's go down in the valley where the girls get naked. Yeah. Jeremy, let's go.
Well, child.
Uh-oh.
I had a friend reach out to me, and they've got a bit of a dilemma, and they want to hear from the people of God. So here is the letter, y'all. Dear friends, I have a brewing emotional entanglement.
Oh, God.
What would you do in this situation? Basically, someone approached me expressing deep interest out of the blue. To be honest, I wasn't even checking for them like that at first. But as time went on and I got to peep said person in different environments and events, I definitely gained heavy interest and feelings in return. Something was off though. Couldn't understand why I wasn't getting the same energy consistently, but things started to make sense. A certain person would come around and the energy would shift as if it was some stranger. Unbeknownst to me, that's a word, ain't it? Said person that came around is the ex of my interest.
Oh my.
From the jump, the ex didn't really fuck with me like that until they peeped that I'm a dope person and now they want to be good Judies. I still have feelings for this person. However, no action has been taken because of the ex. So, do I leave it alone or do I wait to see what said interest will do? Help.
Well, baby, at this point, y'all might as well go and have sex. Because what you waiting for? I mean, you already this emotionally tired, and what you going to sit around and wait for? Baby, you might as well go and bust you a nut.
Might as well. I mean, yeah, it's. I feel like it's a lot of details and situations going in for there not to be no nut involved.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? It's not to be busting nuts. You got to have balance, baby. If you're gonna stress me out like that, at least let me get a few off.
I know that's right.
Amber, you had your head cocked.
I just feel like we too old, and if that's for you, then it's gonna hunt you down and beat your door down. I feel like that person need to go on and continue living their life because his yoke is easy and his burden is light.
Oh, you in the book tonight?
And if it take all that, I don't need it.
I don't need it.
So, and what I need is gonna hunt me down and find me.
How about
I'm gonna entertain, but a nigga ain't waiting for you. You know what I mean?
That's it right there. Say that again. What'd you say? You gonna do what?
I'm gonna entertain, but a nigga ain't waiting for you. You know what I mean? You nigga gotta go down a notch when you say that.
But I'm gonna get something for my pain and suffering.
You can probably still get it. Well, you can still get it too, because if I have a genuine interest and I really do like you, it don't mean I ain't gonna give it to you when you ask, but you're gonna have to come and ask.
Okay, so I have a concern though. What the ex got to do with anything? Because does this said friend have any ties to the ex? Because if not, baby, it's free game. If the ex is not my friend.
From what I was told, it looks as if that chapter is not closed. So I think that's the main issue, is because again, if you're around somebody you like, your energy is not going to change because of your past creeping up, unless that past is not your past.
Unless it's your
present.
Hello.
Unless it's your present,
baby. So here's my answer to that. Since we all in this lovers triangle, how about we just all come in the same room and let's fuck? How about that?
Oh, all right. See, now you're dragging it. You're pushing it.
I mean,
you saying somebody pushing it?
Wait a minute.
All people.
Now, what I said was confined to my bedroom, me and my man.
Okay. Fair.
A threesome ain't never hurt nobody. Especially if y'all both, if all y'all are single. I mean, y'all all wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up anyway. Y'all might as well get
2020.
I mean,
YOLO, at this point.
This is how I feel about 2020. I'm not holding nothing that anybody did in 2020 against them. Baby, 2021 comes, everybody get a clean slate.
A clean slate.
It's been a
make it to 2021. It's a new mercy.
Baby, it's a new mercy. Baby, because I'm
a random ass question though.
Okay.
This is very, very random. How would
take your time?
Because it kind of ties into the listener that wrote into the show, right? About the whole ex or whatever. But my question is, how do y'all feel about y'all friends dating an ex or trying to get with an ex, one of your exes?
They not my friends, point blank, period. And a fight come with it.
How about it?
But I you don't own people. Everybody, somebody.
But there's billions of people on this planet, and I believe in loyalty. And I feel like if you peeping my nigga after we was done, you was peeping that nigga when we was together.
Well, I know from experience. Because y'all women like to run to y'all group chats and brag about how good the sex was. Baby, they cause up controversy. I ain't going to say no names, but it's happened a countless of times. So if you dated me, just know. So your friends came. Yeah, your friends came after we broke up and was like, I want to see what that. I want to see what that did do.
And then you're going to see what these fists do. Once I find out.
But like my auntie Tabitha Brown said, that's your business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Baby, y'all friends, y'all fight that out. But that ain't got nothing to do with me. But like Amber's, no, in all seriousness though, I'm loyal to a fault. So I don't cross those boundaries. But let's say if some tequila got involved, hey.
Now I will say this. Here's the exception to the rule. If you genuinely feel like this ninja is your husband, I'm breaking all the rules if I feel like this man is my husband. All the rules. Because at the end of the day, like, it's me and him. Bye, sis. Okay, you want to talk to me no more? It's okay. Best friend. Matter of fact, he my best friend now.
How about it?
But my thing is, don't risk your friendship over I was just trying to see what that dick do.
Yeah, that's
just be prepared that if you make this decision, nigga, you best to be damn sure that y'all going to see Jesus together. So this is it. Because you can't come back and be cool with me no more.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
I was just gonna say, if that's something that you are that you do, just be ready to handle the consequence, good, bad, and different.
Right.
I think it depends.
Go ahead.
I think it depends on the ex too.
Yeah. I think it depends on the ex, and also how y'all got to that point. Because that's kind of a red flag. Like, and then on top of that, when did I break up with said ex? And
how long y'all been talking
now? Are we? Is it a few months? Are we talking about years? Because then if it's a few months, like, you know what I mean? And then also,
I wish a nigga would try me like that.
Yeah, but I think
too,
where you are emotionally, also emotionally, I think. Sorry if my exes are listening, but at this point, any of my friends who were to talk to any of my exes right now, if they came to me and said, I'm going to pursue that person, I'd be like, okay, go for it. Because I don't have any ties.
Yeah.
Now, if there's a tie there, it might be a little bit different. But then again, it just comes down to, how did this happen? Like, because you start speculating, like,
for
really, like, how do we get here?
For me, it's about the respect. I don't give a fuck if I ain't got no feelings for him or not.
Honesty.
You my friend. You're my friend, bitch. What are you doing? What did you put? You know, who's you pillow talking to? Ho?
Give me the opportunity. Give me the opportunity to make the decision. Don't go behind my back about it. Come to me, and expect, and like Josh said, like the consequence. Deal with the consequence. The consequence may be, well, if you decide to pursue my ex, just know that our friendship is over. Or, you know what I'm saying? So you have to, whatever. So come to me like an adult. Because if you go behind my back, it's done. Like, period.
That's very sketchy. I also feel like it depends on like what type of relationship you and said ex have had. Like, if this if you was like in love with this nigga or female for like years on end, and then y'all have been through the trenches together, and then unfortunately the relationship dissolved or ended or whatever, and then here come your friend like, oh well, girl, I kind of want to see what that's about, bitch. Try it if you want to, because y'all both getting fucked up. Quite honestly. Like there's just certain lines you just not, that they're just, as my friend and you and us as my friend, and you've seen me go through this relationship, you've seen us go through the trenches together, our ups, our downs, you saw how our relationship ended, you know what I'm saying, like, or whether it ended badly or good, like you've seen our relationship, like you see that, I still may have love for this person, even though we may not talk, I still have love for this person because we've been through so much, what have you. I just feel like there's just certain lines that you should never cross as a friend.
And then
God not going to
go ahead. And then, like, if you were there for me,
right,
like comforting me, supporting me, and then you turn around, right? That's grimy. I don't do grimy stuff. I'm like, you be blessed.
Amber had to take her glasses off, baby. She's stressed out. But while I do hold true to my stance on we don't own people, she had to change these glasses, baby. My God. I like them though, Amber. Them nice.
Just give them Miranda Priestley. I love it.
While I do hold that view that we don't own people, you're not my friend if you want what I have. Like, because in my mind, I'm going to see that as you've always been jealous of me. Or you've been coveting me, and you didn't want us to make it so you could have what I had.
It's just about the respect thing. Period. It's the respect. Whether I want him or not, it's a lot of people here. It's a lot of people on this planet.
All this dick, all this pussy, and you going after my ex.
Yeah, nah. It's a no for me.
It's a no for me. I think it's a no all across the board. Leave people's exes alone that you know. I mean, because hell, we all gonna end up with somebody's ex. But if you know who ex they belong to, leave them alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. All right, since we done went to church, Amber, what you got on your heart? It's time for a minute with Amber J. What you got on the heart? Listen, come on, give us a word, sis. Lift us up.
So here's the word for the day. Listen, guys, I know you have right now responsibilities. I know the pandemic is hitting hard and we have to do what we have to do to feed our family. But I encourage you not to pick up overtime. I encourage you not to go work double time. I encourage you not to go in on Saturday. Why? Because when they work you to death and not pay you when you get that COVID-19 because they got less than 50 employees and they ain't got to abide by the same rules, all they going to do is send a nice bouquet that was about to die, so it was half price. They're going to send that to your funeral home, to your family, and replace you with somebody on Indeed.com and pay them $1 less than what they paid you. So what I suggest to you is use that time to find out what your passion is and then find out how to make that passion profitable. Don't give nobody any more of your time. Find ways to buy back your time by connecting finances to your passion. That's your 30 seconds to a minute with Amber J.
Hey, I support it. And I'm going to add to that so we can make it a full minute. Stay off OnlyFans too. Don't if they won't pay you, don't go down to the OnlyFans shaking your ass in front of a camera and expecting us to pay $25 to subscribe to it monthly and you don't even clean good.
That's a whole nother show. The scam is real.
Y'all see that Chris Brown got an OnlyFans?
He does. But somebody said when you subscribe, you get an album. How about Scream? I fell out. I fell out. I was like, don't nobody want the discography. That album.
40 tracks.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Maybe that link, the Apple Music link pop up.
Paying your $25 and then expecting to see some shake and you hear a jingle jangle.
I'm cracking up.
Hey, this that new Chris.
We got 50 tracks this time. First of all, wasn't nobody subscribing to Chris Brown anyway because that dick.
Okay.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the all right. Did I go too far?
What is the powerful moment?
Listen. Apparently, OnlyFans is powerful.
It will bless you if you let it.
It'll bless you if you let it. You know, times got harder for me this year. I almost went, but you know, I had a praying grandmother. Well, as we come,
I had these tattoos. I would have been made one this year.
Okay,
Let me tell you, educated and all.
My God, as we come to a close of another show, Lord Jesus, it is time for a powerful moment. It's time for Isn't That Powerful?
Yes.
This week's Isn't That Powerful moment is going to be presented to you in part by Just Jeremy. I'm nervous, as you can hear it in my voice. I'm nervous. But let's go.
You know, I was a few years old when I found this out, and it blessed me so good.
My God.
You know how you be arguing with somebody, and you say, "Fuck this, I could care less." Really? So you could care less. So you done did all this little hoopla, huh, church? You did all this little hoopla, and then your final button is you could care less. When really you meant I couldn't care less. Isn't that powerful?
Oh, I just felt 50 people get free just then.
I know somebody's been set free.
Oh, you just felt the weight lift. Baby, you sound stupid saying I could care less. No,
I could care less.
That's why we arguing, because you could care less.
That's exactly. Words mean things.
They do. And it blessed me because I was like, wow, I really used to say that. I could care less.
I mean, and with all the power in our throat, I could care less.
Neck roll and all. And thinking you won the battle. And the battle just began.
Baby, what are you saying, Yolanda? What are you saying, Yolanda? This battle ain't for you. It's the Lord's.
It's the Lord. What are you trying to say, Yolanda?
You up there in the balcony. Just couldn't care less.
I couldn't care less. And the worst part about that is, Josh, you know, it be in scripts. Like today, actors are saying, I could care less. And I'm like,
who approved it? Who approved this?
Who approved
Okay. So yes, so it's been a great time I'm so glad we have spent this time together. We have learned. We have been edified. Some of us have been some of us have been spat, slapped, and we have been down in the valley, but God has brought us out. So before we go, if you have a situation that you would like for us to lend our perspective to, wrong, right, or indifferent, send us an email at thewayentmt@gmail.com. Send those letters in. We would love to read them, and we would love to go down in the valley for you, right? Because even if we have to reach way down, we'll reach down in the valley to pick you up, huh? So thank you for listening. Come back next week. We have an even greater show next week. We don't know what the hell we're going to talk about next week, but we'll find out before next week comes. And again, this show has been brought to you by JoshDaWay Entertainment. We're Kingdom Creativity. I can never get my own damn lines right. Let me take it back.
Be encouraged.
Take two. This has been a great time. It has been so good for us to spend this time together. This show has been okay, forget it. Visit www.thewayent.com. Buy you some books. I'm tired, hell. Buy you some books. Buy you some t-shirts. Book an acting class. See about me. Go to glitzoptical.org. Get you some glasses.
There you go. .com. Glitzoptical online. .com. Don't forget the online, because I don't know where you're going to go if you don't put that on there. Glitzopticalonline.com, and you can find us on IG, Glitz Optical. We popping.
Yes.
And remember, I couldn't care less.
I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if you offended that I couldn't get my own damn lines right, and it's my damn company. I couldn't care less. Isn't that powerful? All right, y'all, we out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Bring a friend next time. We out. Peace.
Peace.